Alright, boys, we're in the end game, okay? Denzo, okay? It was literally impossible to pull him on his initial banner. He has a 0.1% rate on his actual banner, but he was featured on Merlin's banner, so we did pull him 3 times, and I got the 1 free copy you get from the event, so I got him a 4/6, so I can super weaken him with no extra costs. And we got our bad boy here. Now this Denzo, if you don't know, he did release last week, but as we just said, it was 0.1% chance on his own banner, so almost impossible to pull him with only the free tickets they give. And we had to wait. But what does he do? And why is he so broken? Now, PvP, not very good. But he is very broken for PvE if you can manipulate the boss to attack him. And I'm going to explain that in a second. His attack card is pretty mediocre. It's lifesteal. You can see the effect, the percentages. It's lifesteal, single target. But the stance card is where it comes. So the level 1 and 2 are okay. Level 3, he unleashes God. Level 1, he applies a stance for 1 turn. If the enemy attacks them, he applies a corrosion effect of 20% of remaining HP. Very bad, actually. Level 2 is very similar. 2 turns, 30% remaining HP. The level 3, this is where it gets interesting. He applies for 2 turns a stance, and then the corrosion effect is of max HP 30%, meaning most difficult bosses attack you 3 times. If they attack Denzo 3 times, you're gonna lose 90% of that max HP. Doesn't matter how much HP they have. Now, that won't apply if the boss can't be debuffed at all. But if the boss can be debuffed, but loses the debuff in the following turn, it doesn't matter. That's what applies to most bosses in the game, including the one that we're going to go against right now, which is Super Boss Escanor. Super Boss Escanor in the first phase can't be debuffed when he has max HP, but on his second phase, which is the most difficult one, you can debuff him, but he does cleanse on the following turn, but again, it doesn't matter. As long as he is debuffed, it's what matters. I saw this on Twitter, so I'm stealing this from Twitter from a Twitter user called Kyuda. He's a Japanese Grand Cross player. He also showed this strategy for Super Boss Escanor where you can hit like 10,000 points or whatever, which takes like over 200 stamina pots to attempt. I don't even bother. The rest of what he does doesn't really matter. His passive is that he increases the recovery rate of all allies by 10% every turn, which, considering his card, makes sense because that, you know, helps lifesteal, but it doesn't really matter, really. And then his ultimate just, he does damage AoE, and when he ults for 1 turn, his HP can't go below 1, which is cool, I guess. But let's take him here. So essentially, this is Hell Escanor. I actually wish I could do this on Tower. I think this would be perfect for Tower because Escanor is an event that has 2 phases, meaning I have to set up for the second phase. But let's say I'm playing Tower and I get his level 3 stance turn 1. I just pop in the stance, he attacks me 3 times, boom, 90% of the HP gone. Escanor is different because I have to first kill the first phase and then have the stance level 3 ready for the second phase. So it takes a little bit more work, but it works regardless. By the way, 60% of you that watch my videos are not subscribed. Please do. I do plan on making a PvP showcase for him as well, but I wanted to first do the PvE showcase because, again, he's just not very good for PvP. He's pretty mediocre to bad. We're just gonna do the PvP showcase for the funsies, really. What we need is another rank up so we can have a level 3 stance. Now, this is what I'm saying, right? When Escanor reaches full max ultimate gauge, he has the same passive as Green Escanor, that he doesn't get inflicted any buffs or debuffs, which I never understood why they did it for this boss specifically, because he just buffed himself, but he can't buff himself, so it's really stupid. He took it like a champ, Pog. I put Tarmiel as a link for him, because I'm assuming he's going to be attacked the most. What I meant by, you know, tricking, you know, the system to making, I didn't say exactly these words, but tricking the system to make them attack Denzo is that the AI will select who they attack in a few factors, mostly type advantage, and who has the least HP. If Denzo has the least HP, which he does, as you can see, 236, 263, 261, he has the least HP. The AI will attack Denzo most of the time. Sometimes not, but most of the time it should. And why did I bring Merlin? I brought Merlin because the second phase of Escanor has this like really big HP buff. And yeah, I can just remove 90, but I don't want him lifestealing. So that's why I brought the Merlin. We're gonna freeze him and not allow that to happen. I need another rank up. I guess technically I could do the level 3 right now, but I do want to have 2 level 3s just in case. I would love to do that to the first phase here, but majority of the time I can't even like really debuff him because he's gonna have the passive going on with the ultimate gauge. That's good. Oh, perfect. Okay. Okay. He's immune to everything really right now, so. That's something that I didn't want to happen. I need some. Okay, it's fine. I put Tarmiel for him because I was expecting him to take a lot of hits. So perfect that. You know, he's getting the healing and everything. I just wasn't expecting him to take 2 ultimates back to back there, but it's okay. This is not a level 3. I did, of course, the level 2 here, and Escanor will become immune next turn anyways. Yeah. The Demon Revenge. I can debuff him because he's immune. But what we can do, ult, attack. I'm gonna rank up Merlin just in case in the following turn I can do some damage before. Wow, that was nothing, huh? I was expecting way more damage than that. Everything else about him is not very good. You gotta keep that in mind. But the level 3 counter though. This is taking way too long. But wait, that deranks cards, doesn't it? Dead Demon's Revenge. Look at that corrosion go. Look at that. It's okay. We got the rank ups. So we're gonna do this. This actually, and this. The reason why I did that is I'm gonna get the level 2 Merlin freeze, just in case I want to do some damage before I put up the stance. Now is the magic, baby! This is why I wanted to do this in tower, because I had to set up so much, but it's okay. Now the magic, alright? This is where the good shit is gonna happen, alright? Finally. All the setup just for this moment. This is I would consider Escanor the hardest boss in the game, even still. So, all right. I was hoping for some damage. It's okay. We're gonna do some damage and then we're gonna pop in the level 3. Hope that Denzo is the one attack the most. I just want you to again remove the HP buff because it gives him 50% lifesteal and I don't want him healing at all. Okay. Level 3 counter. Please, 4 attacks on Denzo. Merlin has little HP that she lost. I hope it's not enough that he'll target Merlin. It was enough that he's attacking Merlin. No! Are you kidding me? It was enough that he's attacking Merlin? So getting to the second attempt, I realized that unlike most bosses, Escanor doesn't attack you 3 times. And because of his... This is why I wanted to do this in tower. I wish I could do this in tower, but tower, you do it once, you can't do it anymore. Escanor becomes immune when he is at, of course, 30% of HP. So, what you actually need to do is you need to make him... He only attacks 2 times, actually, because the first time is him boosting himself. It's the only boss that does that. I wish I could do this with another boss. Really wish. But what can you do? So we're going to do Jericho here. This is from the video I watched. You use Jericho because Jericho does make him go below, yeah, like 40% there. And now I will actually apply 2 debuffs on him, not 3. And each one is for 30%. The Demon Revenge. And he's dead. This is technically my 3rd attempt, because my 2nd attempt I realized, As soon as I got there, I was like, oh, he actually buffs himself first. So that won't work. But, you know, works regardless. In, again, other difficult bosses, they would attack 3 times. I'm gonna go in story, find a boss that would attack 3 times, and we'll come back to this real quick. Genuinely, I didn't know where to bring him. There's no difficult stage right now that I can do. There's only like Tower and, you know, Asken, which I just did. And I can't do Tower because I already did Tower. So, I just play a random story stage. Make sure that he's the only type disadvantage. I don't have to level 3. I mean, I don't have to do it, like, instantly, right? I can just chill. Like, with Escanor, I had to do it instantly because of his, like, whole, like, becoming invincible type of thing at 30%. But with other, you know, stages, I can just chill. Yeah, I can pop in next turn. What? Okay. Questions, Elders. Why are you attacking Droll? The type disadvantage. I think story bosses have different AI or something. I'm not too sure. I think story bosses have like a different AI than why you're attacking Droll. It makes no sense. He refuses to attack Denzo. Oh, yeah, story bosses, as I recall, do have like a different type of AI. So, if he had attacked Denzo 3 times, he would have lost 90% of his HP. You get the point, I guess. But listen, I can't test him anywhere else because there's nothing else to test. There's no other difficult stage I can play. Grand Cross, give me difficult stages so I can play them. Please. I'm constipated. I want to play difficult stages. Okay? PvE has nothing. But you saw. He applied the 3 corrosions and he died. Just let me play some PvE, man.